Joined by Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson, a former cephalologist, now the BJP's prominent face when it comes to the spokesperson. Pradeep, thank you very much for joining us. Explain it to us, what really worked. You got the matrix right, but this, a quantum jump from 7 to 47, what would you attribute this big win to? As BJP scripts history in national capital, coming back to power after more than 2 decades.
Well, Sakal, this is all because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because people of Delhi have believed in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment. People of Delhi were tired of misgovernance, lies, falsehood, deceit, corruption of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. They looked at Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Bharatiya Janata Party as hope, as a party which has a track record of good governance. And this is what the people of Delhi wanted. Because when we were forming the narrative of Delhi on the ground, there were 3 cardinal issues which people were facing. A, they did not have clean drinking water. B, they were tired because there were basic amenities, whether it is good road, clean city was not there. And 3, they saw Mr. Kejriwal as a corrupt man, not as an honest man.
We have a tweet coming from the Prime Minister. First reaction post this thumping win. Janashakti is paramount. Development wins. Pradeep, stay with us. Good governance triumphs. I bow to my dear sisters and brothers of Delhi for this resounding and historic mandate for Bharatiya Janata Party. We are humbled and honored to receive these blessings. It is our guarantee that we will leave no stone unturned in developing Delhi, improving the overall quality of life for the people and ensuring that Delhi has a prime role to play in building a Viksit Bharat. A futuristic vision reflected in Prime Minister Modi's first reaction after a massive win for Bharatiya Janata Party in Delhi, where he starts attributing this win to the development, to the good governance. In fact, also saying that the party is humbled and honored. This is the second tweet by the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, that he is humbled and honored to receive these blessings, and Janashakti is paramount. Yes, Pradeep, as we stay with this tweet of the Prime Minister. The power of people is paramount. That's what the Prime Minister says.
Absolutely, Sakal. The people of Delhi, as they say, have defeated lies and falsehood and deceit and corruption, and they have believed in Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a man who is known for delivering good governance. The people of Delhi for the last many years wanted to see Delhi as a Viksit city, a city with modern amenities, a city with corruption-free governance, and the only hope for them was Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And this is what the ground sentiment was. If you look at in the last 10 years, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal had promised many things, but on the ground when we travelled and when we spoke to the citizens of Delhi, residents of Delhi, none of that was delivered. And our entire campaign under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji was purely focused on these issues, and this is what we resonated in our campaign. This is why Prime Minister Narendra Modi called Arvind Kejriwal's party as Apda, because it could not deliver either on the moral plank or on the basic amenities plank. We are extremely thankful to the people of Delhi who gave us this mandate under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, and we assure them that we will work tirelessly to ensure that Delhi becomes a modern city with Viksit Delhi, Viksit Bharat.
Arvind Kejriwal had earlier very boldly asserted that BJP would need another birth, Pradeep, to beat or defeat Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. And that, remember, was the tweet that went viral. And okay, you're smiling out there. So what do you have to say to the poll promises now that BJP has been handed over this win and Aam Aadmi Party has been handed over the defeat? The whole rhetoric of beneficiaries versus freebie, do you think that has completely backfired for Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, Mr. Kejriwal's the statement which you were speaking about reflects his arrogance, reflects his hubris and ghamand. And this is what the people of Delhi stood against. They looked at Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a humble man, a man who is a poor, comes from a poor family, who has risen from the top, who has provided basic amenities across the country, whether it is clean drinking water to more than 4 crore households, whether it is ensuring that more than 10 crore women get toilet access, which was not provided to them by the Congress party, or it is 50 crore accounts, Jan Dhan accounts. So people across the country have seen the delivery and good governance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and people of Delhi were starving for it. People of Delhi wanted to give that a chance. And they, like it is natural that any voter gives any leader a certain amount of time. Mr. Kejriwal had a bandwidth of 10 years, after which also if he could not provide basic amenities, people said enough is enough. We gave Prime Minister Narendra Modi 7 seats in Lok Sabha. Now it is time to give him these seats in Assembly for a better quality of life.
What is the vision for Delhi next for BJP? Prime Minister talks about Delhi's role in Viksit Bharat. Well, that is something that sets the tone for your governance blueprint for the BJP in Delhi?
Well, the blueprint of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Delhi is what is being committed in our Sankalp Patra, which was out in the open. We will ensure that Ma Yamuna is clean. It is clean in the next 3 years. A Yamuna river front is built on the just like the Sabarmati river front was built in Gujarat. We will ensure that our Purvanchal brothers can celebrate Chhath on the banks of River Yamuna. We will ensure that Mr. Kejriwal did not spend any amount of money in building capital expenditure, capex in Delhi. We will build good roads. We will ensure more modern hospitals come up. And this is the start of governance and positive politics in Delhi. We also assure the women of Delhi that they will get the direct benefit transfer of 2,500 rupees, which was promised. So people of Delhi will get a city that they can be proud of as the national capital, because this will put a foundation of Viksit Bharat 2047.
Okay. Pradeep, stay with us. I've got Praful Ketkarji in my Delhi studio who also like to talk to you. Prafulji. Please.
Hi, Namaste Pradeep. Hearty congratulations. I would like to ask you, not just as a spokesperson, but also a cephalogist.
Cephalogist, yes.
You know, what changed? What changed in terms of strategy? The election campaign as well as, connecting with the people on the ground. What was so different from 2020, when it comes to BJP's all-over campaign strategy that, made this possible?
Well, Prafulji, having worked very integrally in this campaign, particularly narrative, I can tell you that there are 3-4 cardinal differences in 2025 and 2020. But just remember, in 2020, we got our most historic vote share of 38.5%. So in an election in Delhi, which earlier used to be a tripolar election, where the Bharatiya Janata Party used to be a 32-33% vote share party, it could clog a 38.5% vote share and increased its vote share in each seat. That was the inflection vote share for us to be in competition in Delhi. Since then, you saw Arvind Kejriwal going down on the moral plank. His Shishmail saw him as a corrupt man, and at the same time, basic amenities were not delivered on the ground. So as a part of the strategy, what we focused on is resonating these issues. So if you see and analyze that 90% of our campaign was whether Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has provided clean drinking water, whether Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has provided good roads, and even on his plank of education and health, by data and facts and videos of his own hypocrisy of claim and counterclaim, we took that to the ground. We focused on 4,206 focused booths across 42 constituencies, where we did not win in the assemblies, but we had won either in the Lok Sabha or our margin was less than 5% vote. This time the narrative of Bharatiya Janata Party, if you observe the line, was Ab Delhi ki hai bari. So our entire resonance plank was that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has provided clean drinking water across the country. Now we will do that in Delhi. We have provided direct benefit transfer to the women across the country. Now it is the time of Delhi. So our entire thing was Ab Delhi ke bari. Along with that, if you see, the Prime Minister in his speech said that give us a chance to serve in Delhi. You've tried Congress 10 years and tried Aam Aadmi Party 10 years. So there was an anti-incumbency against Mr. Kejriwal, and that Prime Minister's own personal assurance and appeal to the people of Delhi, asking a chance to serve, I think provided us that impetus. Along with that, this time we could get massive amount of middle class to come to the polling booth and vote, because they were tired of Mr. Kejriwal. In 15 and 20, they were with Mr. Kejriwal to some extent, but this time what we could see is that the entire middle class support was also with us. So overall, I looked at it as an anti-incumbency election, where we spoke about issues which the people of Delhi wanted. So strategically, we ensured that we peaked 72 hours to 48 hours before polling. rather than peaking too early. And Mr. Kejriwal doing one ghoshna after the other made the people on the ground realize that he सिर्फ घोषणा करता है, कर नहीं कुछ पाता, and his entire strategy to play victim also backfired on him. So overall, I see it as a positive sentiment for Delhi giving Prime Minister Modi a chance.
67% of the middle class vote bank that you're talking about in over 72 lakh female voters constituency. Pradeep, it seems that this matrix has worked well for you. But then as a cephalogist, you look at the Purvanchal factor. Remember, we discussed this in the last assembly elections also. There also, Bharatiya Janata Party has made massive inroads, particularly the Purvanchal areas that we are talking about. What worked in your favor? What was the strategy like? The JJ cluster,
well, as I said,
the JJ cluster, adding to that, the JJ cluster and the government employee dominated areas, that also.
Well, on the government employee dominated area, I believe that the commitment to implement the 8th pay commission is something which gave the government employees an assurance. They were already tired with Mr. Kejriwal and the way he treated government employees. Number one. Number two, on the Purvanchal part, when we went on the ground, what we saw was that Ma Yamuna is extremely cardinal and integral to all our Purvanchal brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And Mr. Kejriwal, if you recall that in the last 10 years, promised to clean it and did not. A Prime Minister saying that he is a Sansad from Purvanchal and he will personally ensure that Ma Yamuna is clean, I think that became a differentiating factor.
Okay. Pradeep, one final question. Do you think this is going to have some sort of a ripple effect on the next state assembly elections that we are going into? This is a micro question, and the macro question, its implications on the national political scenario.
Well, the implications on the macro level on the national political scenario is the following, that
Yes.
Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, this will be a lesson to a lot of political parties who do not have any ideology, who have anarchist mindset and approach, and they promise things but do not deliver. And ultimately, anybody who wants to enter Indian politics need to know that what matters is not what you promise, but what matters is whether can you complete your promise. And this is what differentiates Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. So macro level, we see the India alliance falling apart. On the micro level, this will have ripple effect in Punjab in the days to come.
Okay, broken India alliance and division of words clearly working in your favor, BJP's favor. But yes, now BJP has to rather walk the talk when it comes to polls. Poll promises. You've been handed this big win, but you have to keep up to those promises as well. Many thanks, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson, former journalist and cephalogist, for decoding this big win for Bharatiya Janata Party. Thank you for joining.